Alright, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to give you 4 solo queue strategies to win more games on Oregon. Now, these are going to mix from 2 defending strategies and 2 attacking strategies. We're going to start off with a defending strategy for the basement site, and for this you're going to want to play mute or smoke. Smoke works as well, but I like mute for the ability to stop drones. But you're going to see why now. And also, I forgot to mention it's for the basement site as well. Now, for this strategy, you don't need any specific reinforcements. Like, you don't need to do any special reinforcements for this. But the main idea is you want to stop this freezer push, because there's 2 common pushes for attackers. They can either do a blue push where they go for like the meeting hatch and then they push through blue and try and clear into site that way. Or they'll go through a split push from laundry and freezer, where they'll go for the lobby hatch and the freezer hatch and push down freezer stairs and laundry stairs and go that way. So this strat works well if you know that they're going to go for that, based off like maybe the one they ran before by doing this kind of push. So what you want to do for this strat, first of all, you want to make sure this freezer hatch is reinforced. Like I said before, there's no special reinforcements for this, but this is just a necessity for to hold this position. Because if this hatch gets open, then you have to leave or you have to commit to a fight. So what you're going to want to do though with your mute jammers is you're going to want to place them on this freezer door for one. What I also like to do as well is place one here in this security in case I want to get a bit aggressive. Because you can switch up your positioning with this. Like, you're going to be playing down here on the freezer stairs and shotgun them when they come down. You can hold this really passive angle, but they won't expect. Make sure if you're doing this, you don't have a laser, or if you do, you're holding the angle like this so that you can you hide your laser from the enemies. What you want to do when you start off the round is you want to make sure you place this mute jammer here, this mute jammer here in security, and then the other 2 can be to help your team somewhere. You might want to put them on like towards blue so that they don't Flores drone your shield and elbow or something like that. By that I mean if you want to put it over here. So usually if you have a shield here, people try and Flores drone it. You want to put one like here just to stop that so they can't Flores drone through. Generally as well, what I'll do is I'll put 2 here. Just stops them from getting Dogaby called and stops, like, if a drone passes that one, it might get into that one. Like, or if they destroy that one with a nade or something. Just to give your teammate that extra backup. So your job in the round is to hold these freezer stairs for as long as you can and waste as much time as possible, because while you're on the bottom of these freezer stairs, nobody can push down and your teammates don't have to worry about this whole entire angle, which if you know about the split push on the laundry freezer, then this is half of the enemy's push going to be stopped by this. So what I like to do is I'll start off at the top of the stairs, make sure I get some drones here, like kill some drones if they're coming through. What you can do as well is if you have a teammate with you, if you're duo queuing, or if you just want to communicate with your randoms, you can get some like aroma to play inside a security, and because they have this mute jammer, they're not going to be able to get droned out really. And because you're here, you can create a crossfire with them, so if someone tries to swing them, you can swing round, or if someone's trying to swing down your stairs, they can swing out and kill them, and then you can push back up and get re-aggressive on it. But you want to start off at the top of the stairs here, try and kill as many drones as you can, and then maybe you might be able to get a swing on somebody. You want to be careful for this angle here on Zulu, because you're not able to one-shot that with a shotgun, obviously. So you want to either hold the angle like this, and then after you kill a couple of drones, maybe swing around like this, and then sprint back. And then hold a more passive angle, like down here somewhere. You don't really want to hold this angle, because then you're just risking it if you're going to hit the one hit, like down or not. But here, you're definitely going to get the down. And then as well, you also have some more fallback options of falling back on top of this table and holding this angle. Or even doing some ratty stuff like proning here with the SMG out. Or just kind of proning behind both of these things as well work. Just for some extra, like maybe you get 1 kill on the stairs, you fall back to this angle, get another kill. But like on somebody that's trying to refrag the teammate that you've just killed. And then after that you want to fall back. But the only thing you need to care about in this angle, like the main thing you need to care about other than like nades or something, is this hatch. If this hatch gets opened, the freezer hatch gets opened, you need to leave, because on that hatch they can hold your entire fucking plan. Like they can get you stuck here to the point where, like, if someone pushes down and you try and leave, you're dead. Or if they push down, they might kill you. So you need to either in that like point in time when they're holding like an angle like this on you on the corner bit, and holding like your cutoff, you need to either make the decision to stay and push up the stairs and take a fight and take a couple of fights, or just leave while the hatch is getting aced or habanad. But that's a decision that you're going to make on like a game by game basis. If you know that if you push up these stairs you might be able to get a kill, then do it. If you feel like not as confident and you feel like you might have to fall back, then fall back. But yeah, that's all for this strat. Let's move on to the next strat. Alright, so the next strat that I'm going to talk about is a Ying strategy for attacking the top floor bomb site, the kids' bedroom. And for this, all you need is Ying. I like to play smokes on it. You can play hard breach, but you don't need them for this strat. Just if your teammates are asking for them, then you might want to switch onto it. But I like to play the smokes, and I'll show you why. So let's go straight into it. So for this, you want to spawn construction. It doesn't really matter too much where you spawn. Because you're not really going for like a rush or anything that's like timing based. but for this I like to spawn construction, and then I rappel up onto the attic balcony. What you can do first, what I like to do when I'm solo queuing, is to just go on this kid's window for a little bit, bang it open, see if I can catch any rotations on sight, like straight away after like start of the round when people are being lazy and not really expecting it. But the main idea of this strat is to take attic control without having to breach the wall or anything like that. I'll draw it just so you can I can visualize what I'm talking about. But generally when you're playing the kids bomb site, they'll have holes in this wall, like head holes. They'll have a rotate here. You might probably have this wall reinforced, and they might have a guy playing pit, which is the bottom bit of attic. So what you want to do with the Ying to clear this out, it's really easy to clear this out with Ying. What you want to do is, first of all, you want to smoke the head holes, which, like, you do that by bouncing the water smoke off the wall like that. I'll turn on my grenade predictions so you can see what I'm talking about. So you bounce something they need off the wall like that, it'll bounce and it'll land right in front of the holes. That'll block them off. Then what you also want to do is you want to throw a smoke down here on the floor like this, and that'll block off the rotation hole so you can drop down pit. And then you just want to throw, I like to throw 2 Yings in so that I have some for later, and that I definitely know that at least one of them is going to blind the people. So I'll throw one, like, I'll cook it 3 times and throw it, and then, or you can just throw them both generally at the same place. But I like to just, if you're going to do that, then make sure you switch up where you're throwing them on the wall like that. So I'll do the, I missed that smoke, but as you can see, from this, everybody in attic's going to be blind. This is blocking your angle from the smoke, like from the rotate, sorry, and this is blocking the head holes, and then you can start pushing up and taking the control, kill the guy that's blinded, hopefully, and then start taking control. Then when you're in this position, you have 2 options. You can either push through to side here, or you can push through the rotate and go into kids. Generally, you want to try and figure out which has more players, this angle or this angle. Generally, you'll find that kids has the least people in that there'll only be maybe 1 person in kids, unless the attic person's rotated to kids, then there'll be 2. So you're going to want to either figure out which one has the less people in, and then you just want to, like, literally just abuse the fact that you're Ying and just Ying the whole room and go in. So if it's kids, there'll be a rotate here obviously, but I literally just throw both my Yings in, because, like, so what I like to do when I do this is I like to throw both my Yings in through the rotate hole and then just push in, like, try and get different parts of the room. So I won't just stand there and hold it like that, but you want to throw one at, like, the back of the room like that, and then you want to try and get one to bounce off there so it'll block that close corner. And then basically anybody in that room is going to be blinded, and then you can push in off that Ying, take the control of the site, get your teammates on kids window and big window, and then you're basically free to get a plant off in kids. The other option is to push through this door, and what you can do, you don't even need to take this whole site, you just need to make sure that games is clear, which you can do by, like, clearing the wall, opening the wall, then no one can really play there. And then the only thing that you need to care about is if you've got that wall open, you've generally got trophy control as well, like your teammates should have that. And then you can simply, if you have the diffuser, you can go in here and plant, or you can get your teammate to come in here and plant, and then throw your Yings off while you're planting just to create some distractions. Or you can, like, get your teammate to plant, throw some Yings off and try and play for frags while everyone's confused and distracted, just to, like, even more secure that the plant's going to go down. But essentially it's just a really nice solo queue strategy to take attic control without even requiring a breach to breach the wall open. So yeah, let's move on to the next strat. Okie dokie, so the next strat is a defense strat for kids dorms, and you're going to want to play Frost, or you can play someone like a Vigil for this, but I like Frost and I'll show you why. So we'll go straight into the round. The main idea of this strat is to hold down tower control, and the reason for this is 8 times out of 10 you'll see that people in ranked will go for the same push. They'll go for a split push, which is an attic push and a master push. They'll split 3 people master and 2 people attic, and then they'll try and breach the attic wall and breach the games wall here. So what you want to do is you want to try and prevent that as much as you can and waste as much time as possible. So all you're going to need to do is come over to attic, open up a rotate hole in the left of this wall here, and then you want to hold this tower control for as long as you possibly can. So the first thing I like to do is put a frost trap on the stairs here. Generally you'll find that frost mats on stairs like this will get you a lot of kills. If the enemies are walking up the stairs into them, they'll get you a lot of kills, because it's kind of hard to see them unless they're, like, actually looking for it. And there's so many more angles they need to care about, because if they know you're T3, they're going to be upholding angles like this. And T3 is where you're going to play, by the way. Or even if they don't know, they're going to be having to check loads of different angles to, like, even push up the stairs, because they'll know that there's a rotate hole. There's definitely be a drone that'll see you, so they'll be ready for it. They'll be ready for somebody to be there at least. So they might not know about the frost trap, and they might get into it. The next thing you want to do is put a frost mat on this window here, just in case somebody tries to rappel in below you. And then you can use the frost mat on there and the frost mat on here to create like essentially a crossfire. And I'll tell you how that works in a second. So that's where you put the third frost mat. And where you're going to play is you're going to play tucked in this corner here, or behind this cabinet thing here, this metal sheet, sorry, here. And the main position I like to play though is here, because you only, like, the 9 times out of 10 when someone's coming to E3, they'll rappel on this window. Very, very rarely you'll see anyone rappel on this window because it's visible from kids, and very, very rarely you'll see anyone rappel on this window. However, if they know you're here, they might go into them windows to try and clear off. That's when you're going to want to drop down and go back to site, or drop down and go basement and then come back up for a late flank. So being in this position, you can stop anybody on the, like, no, they can't clear T3 while you're here. They can't clear tower, sorry, while you're here. And if they rappel in that window to try and kill you, either you'll kill them or the frost mat will down them, so at least you'll have some damage done. And the same goes for the window below, because obviously this is wood. You can open it up, and then if you hear anybody rappelling, then you can hold that angle. They'll either go into the frost trap or you'll kill them. Another crossfire example. And then if you hear anybody hit the frost trap on the stage, you just need to swing around and kill them. But your job here is to not swing anything. If they're on this window, that's cool. You don't need to pick them. They're not going to be able to do anything to you. If they go on this window down there, they might be able to kill you, so you might want to hold this angle. Or any window that they start opening, you might want to hold it for a couple of seconds and try and take that fight. Unless you think they're going to get you, then you need to rotate off and drop down either the ladder or just vault down the barricade thing, the barrier. And then as soon as you drop down, just get straight back through the rotate hole and reinforce it off. Or, like I said before, drop down to basement and then hold in maybe Harry Potter so that you can go for a late flank. But that all depends on if you know that they're in T1 or not. If you don't know about this position, if you don't know anybody's here, if you don't have a teammate watching cameras that can tell you, then don't do this because you're not 100% certain on it. Whereas Attic, you know it's probably going to be 100% clear. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. You want to hold off here in T3 for as much as you can. And if they start going on other windows, then you might want to rotate behind the metal barriers here, just so that you can have some extra cover. Because this is the only place on T3 that has cover, but you can get shot in the back from this window again. So if they go on this window, then leave. Like, by the time they've meleeed the window and then are able to shoot you through it, you can pretty much drop in that time, before they can even do anything to, like, kill you. So yeah, that's it for this strat. Let's go on to the next one. Now the next strat that I'm going to show you is to attack the dining room bomb site. So they could go kitchen, but if they go kitchen, they could be dining room or they could be meeting in kitchen. So you need to make sure that it's dining and kitchen for this to actually be, like, viable. But for this, you're going to want to play thermite, and you're going to want to spawn street as well. What you're going to want to do for this is you want to take top floor control. Now, this is going to be a little bit hard if you're solo queuing. So you might not want to do this if you know that it's not clear. But if you think you can do this, then let's go for it. So I like to clear from master. You want to drone master and closet, make sure you're good to push in. Drone trophy, and then get off your drone as soon as you get here and start pushing in. Once if all them are clear, you can start just pushing into trophy. Pushing into master. And then I like to get back on my camera here and drone a little bit further. I'll quickly check army just to make sure nobody's like going for an early flank. And then I'll drone into kids and dorms and start pushing up. Hopefully you can like communicate with your teammates to come with you or to push in front of you because you're the thermite, so you need to stay alive. But if not, then it's fine. But what you're going to do when you get here, and once you have all this control, you've got control of dorms. So once you've got control of dorms and kids and attic, you need to make sure that your teammates, if they're up here with you, they're holding flanks. So they're holding white flank and they're holding armory flank. And then what you're going to want to do is, I'm going to take my drone down there just to show you. But your job as the thermite is they're going to breach this meeting wall down below. So you're going to go above. So when you're above, you can use your drone to, you can use your thermite charges to breach open this wall, and it's going to mean that you don't have to care about anything being on the wall in terms of bandits or kids. All you need to literally do is to like ping the wall so you know exactly where to thermite. Put your thermite charge on the floor, and then this is going to breach open the floor and also the wall. As you can see, the whole wall gets opened. It's probably going to open a little bit less if it's reinforced, but it will still open the wall to the point where you can vault through it and see through it. And also from being above with all the wall open, if there's anything on it, you can get rid of it and then go down and meet and open up that wall so you can like crouch in or walk in to get the plant off behind this box. So then after that, you're going to want to get in the meeting. Now I think the safest way to do this is to run out and go towards tower, because generally there's nobody playing a tower on a dining kids. But if you're communicating with your team, if you're in like a stack and you're trying to do something like this, then you're going to want to get someone to clear tower and just hold this angle on green for the whole round until you're ready to go in, just so you know that it's going to be clear. But as you can see, once you've got all this wall open, you can literally, like, it's literally like you've just breached the wall. The only difference is you can't walk through it, but you can see everything perfectly. You can see all the way through to dining, and then once you get here, you want to open like a hole here so you can go in behind the table and crouch, or you can use your smokes to block the angle off so you can vault through and plant if you can't get that the wall open for whatever reason. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Remember though, this is for the dining in kids, not the meeting in kids. This would be a bit useless if it was meeting in kids. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.